Oh,
whoa.
The problem a while ago was how do you break the formation of Fish and how do you break the formation of Eve? And even without, there was Soren, that's how you answer to stop the real world manipulation. Have a health crit that can go in anytime, can go for the backline, doesn't have to go for the front, especially paired up with the Dark Nightfalls. They can easily really target Fish in here, but the problem is it's kind of a glass cannon lineup because if they get beaten up during their lanes, but Soren with an aggressive play onto Marquino gives the first blood to Chibi, and that's what you want if you're Team Vamos, your aggression actually paying off.
I love to hear it, man. The crowd, like, even when it's synced up so well with electrifying beats, the crowd cheers, and then they get that first blood, they get the kill there in the hands of Chibi nonetheless. And this is going to be, you know, he is one of the players out there. He's one of those junglers that loves to pick heroes like this, and he gets a lead. And it's going to be kind of devastating, you know, and to deal with, especially early on. They're going to fight again.
Very aggressive play once again from Team Vamos, but Maycam Evolve is ready to counter-attack with the first kill onto Aurora. Make it next one is Marquino. And they're not even done as Soren goes in with the Petrify plus the Deadly Stingers. A 3-kill play from Team Vamos.
Yeah, that's Zorn, you know, the guy that a lot of people love to watch. And I don't know, man, there's tons of fantastic Roam players in M6 alone. I don't know why more people don't want to play Roam. Okay,
we have to count at this point how many emotes Soren has been playing out, but Team Vamos extending their aggression onto the orange buff of Maycam Evolve. Here comes the real world manipulation coming in from Feshin. Smooth might be able to escape though. Here comes Soren once again, but Powerful Wilderness from Marquino will bring him down. A counterattack from Maycam Evolve will be successful, and Team Vamos, they lost Smooth and they weren't able to get the orange buff away from Aurora.
This is probably, I mean, at least today anyway. I know we're only 3 games in, but this is the most jam-packed first, 3 minutes that we've had so far. They just want to go and they want to go fast.
Yeah.
For Team Vamos specifically, Soren's going to take some damage here. Don't think he's going to do much more and he's going to go back to base. Didn't have the Petrify too, but you know, that's the thing. I'm wondering, Maycam Evolve, how can they go ahead and adjust to this? You know, when this comes to be the case in an early game and you're just kind of trying to catch up, you know, trying to catch your breath, the pace is being set by the other team, you've got to keep that cool head. You know, you got to kind of keep things together, or some teams like to just go and brawl it out. Now for Maycam Evolve, with the lineup that they have the capacity to go ahead and match that energy, match that pace that Team Vamos is trying to set here. But at the same time, obviously, they have to approach it very cautiously because of the fact that you just have this curveball. It's such a niche pick to have a Hellcurt there. There's only very few roamers in competitive MLBB that actually want to go this way. Mind you, this is also in a situation where if this kind of pick doesn't work out and then they're 0-2 through the Swiss stage, that's not going to be a good place to be.
Yeah, and one of the premier users of the Hellcurt at the Roam, huge shout out to Baloyski, one of the actual players who actually used this to perfection. And now Soren is channeling his inner Baloyski up against Maycam Evolve. And going back to your question, what can Maycam Evolve do? Again, they can play around the neutral objectives, utilize the big ultimate tickets that they have, the real world manipulation and the implosion paired up during crucial neutral objective takes, like what they're doing right now. They're going to cast it onto Warlord, but is it going to be worth it though? As Team Vamos, look at JB going for the backline with electrifying beats paired up with a sword, Petrify just to bring down Fishin. Here comes AOG onto Aurora, and they're going to take a double kill for Chibi, and Smooth is not even done, going right after Marquino. And now Team Vamos, this is the aggression the Malaysians want to see from their hometown team.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know, you get the setup, you get the implosion, but then the lights are turned off and you don't know where to follow up on, and you're just caught out by yourself. For Team Vamos, they're going to keep putting the pressure now on the side of the jungle. They've got 2 turtles. It looks like they want to take a buff.
Okay, here comes Super Noel once again, but the damage is just too much for them to handle. Smooth picks up another kill, and they will successfully take away the orange buff of Maycam Evolve.
I don't know, Ingan, when you think about it, the Hellcurt pick is actually genius because you know that Maycam Evolve wants to play around those ultimates that you mentioned earlier. But even if you get the setups and you can't see anything, what do you do? You know, you just go blind, punching around. That's kind of the situation that Maycam Evolve finds themselves in. And, you know, let's be honest too, the part of it is you got a Beatrix You got to be able to farm up, do your thing, and get the items that you need, but it's still the same case later on in the game where you really then have to protect. You know, you have to be able to protect Yorikotsu here on this Beatrix pick, but Zorn himself playing this Hellcurt around, putting pressure now on the tier 2 turret on the bottom side. He might actually just go ahead and get this down with Nets.
And the thing is, Nets is just starting to join the fight right now. You can feel the damage. And Maycam Evolve, they're really resorting to Yorikotsu, just getting the mid lane, getting the opposite lane, just to try and catch up with the goal that Nets has established. So you know that Feshin is really biting the bullet right now for the sake of his team. And now, Maycam Evolve, you really have to go for those crucial setups. But again, the problem remains, even if you get a good setup from Super Noel, a hidden gem, by the way, from Maycam Evolve, what can you do when you can't see where the attacks are coming from?
I think, again, the answer here to this, because this has been a very, you know, just one-sided game for Team Vamos in the early game. Look at this. This is a 6,000 gold lead. They're most likely going to get this turtle unless Maycam Evolve wants to make a play. They're going to use a conceal. Warlord, though, gets the information. So turtle's up. I would be surprised if Maycam Evolve actually tries to contest this. With the way things are going, it's just better not to force those fights, not to force the situation where then you find yourself 10,000 gold behind before the first Lord.
Wow.
And so it looked like that's going to be the case. Team Vamos 3 for 3 with the turtles. They have everything they need right now. You know, the one thing too, at least in terms of gold, like, Yorikotsu's farming up. You know, he's got the Malefic Gun now, still working on the BOD, but they're just going to watch these turrets get taken down. Warlord, enough of a threat that he can just go ahead and post up in front of, you know, 3-4 guys from Maycam Evolve. And so that's the situation right now. It's really difficult for Maycam Evolve to actually find this window of opportunity. And honestly, on that might just be the case. You know, they got to wait. Really, it's the waiting game for them.
Yeah, and for Team Vamos, they're not just playing this at a micro level, a lot of outplays or whatever. Team Vamos is actually managing their waves really well, and they could actually do that because, again, of this Hellcurt pick. Soren has been split pushing opposite lanes wherever Maycam Evolve will go and try to push. Zorn is just on the other side, trying to make them react.
You know why?
Why?
Because Zorn is like, come and fight me. It's okay. I'll actually go ahead and fight anyone from Maycam Evolve. So even if he pushes, I would say, and just, if you guys have watched Zorn enough, you already know he's one of those players that will take that fight. And with this, he's going to get spotted out, though.
Okay. Manages to escape and dash out, though. But the thing is, what I like about Team Vamos' composition is Warlord isn't required or pressured to be the main initiator, because so far Soren has been doing it with his dashes and with his Petrify. And with Warlord's kit, with the AOG, it can actually be it can actually assist whatever Soren's initiations will be done. So right now, Team Vamos has a good position to extend the lead once again, take this Lord away, not let Maycam Evolve contest. And even then, with the first Lord, they can actually take down at least one base turret against Maycam.
Yeah, you got to think about this too. You know, even with this objective coming up here, Maycam, I don't think they see any room to work with at all. It's just going to be cut off from Team Vamos.
I don't think they see anything at all.
Yeah, like literally and figuratively, right? I mean, at this point, and that's why I'm saying, like, realistically, you have to think about what are the chances with this lineup for Maycam Evolve. How do they turn it around? How do they bring it to their favor? You guys saw from the previous game where it was just a game of discipline and kind of stalling out, but that's when you had a hero that was meant to, you know, stall games out, stack up, and turn tides. But when you look at the lineup that they have, who you're looking at here, you know, like the panel mentioned with Feshin, yeah, you can set up a good base and objective real-world manipulation, but do you have the items to turn those fights around? Because you're relying on a Beatrix to be able to do that. Yeah, you have a great setup potential. Aurora, too, with a Suyo, but even then, if he jumps in, he might just get petrified and caught out, you know? And Nets hasn't had to do much at all, but this is a Bruno, this is a hero pick that is at the top of the winning rate standings, and all he's been doing is farming up. He hasn't had to join any fights, and he's already got the Malefic Gun, the Berserker's Fury, and the Haas Claws. So that is what is so difficult for Maycam Evolve to make this work. They're going to have to defend against this because all lanes being pushed in, and the shields are already down too early on. Team Vamos might be looking to end a game early. There's the jump.
AOG gonna zone out the members of Maycam Evolve to try and take down Inhibitor up top. Look at Nets, just aggressive as he can be with Smooth by his side. Lord is still up. Team of Vamos was able to take down Inhibitor up top. Now they're gonna work on the middle lane. They still have minions and make them involved. They still have the kit to go, but here comes the Dark Knight Falls. Real World Manipulation will be casted, but all of a sudden, Feshi just got blasted down. Marquino as well. Yurikotsu is left to defend for himself. He will take down Soren and Chibi, but Team Vamos moments away from taking down Mayhem Evolve. Here comes Super Noel though. He's gonna use the Sacred Hammer to try and delay the minion push. They lost the minions, but Team Vamos has one down bottom, and they're gonna take down Inhibitor down bottom as well. And moments away, Vamos will give Malaysia their very first win in M6.
A very quick victory this time from Team Vamos. And Vamos, they said 11:39. They didn't just let up at all.